This one's a little bit different today, but I did want to share with you some advice for anyone that's getting ready to take your certification exam. So, PearsonVUE had made accommodations a little bit of a while back to allow you to take those exams from the comfort of your home, which is awesome. And so, if you go out to the website where you'll actually register for your exam. So you'll go here for test takers. And if you scroll down to about the middle of the page, it'll tell you to how to take your exam from home. And there's some really good information and some really good tips about what you can do to be prepared or what you can do to be successful in taking the exam at home versus doing it at a testing center, a traditional testing center. Um, And I want to just give you a couple, tips. I think that'll help you even more. And the first one would be that when you schedule the exam, to make sure that you have plenty of time before the actual start time. And so arrive at least 10 or 15 minutes early. That way you can get through the registration and not feel stressed and not feel rushed, and you'll just feel a lot more prepared. The second thing is that make sure that your workspace is clear and clean of everything that you need or that you're allowed to have for the exam, which is pretty much nothing. But you don't want to get to the day of the test, or you don't want to get to the test starting and have to go and spend a bunch of time, cleaning up your desk or removing stuff or covering stuff, or that's going to be stressful, and it'd be a lot easier to not, have to deal with that before you take your test. Because, look, at the end of the day, you've spent a lot of time and you're spending money to take the exam, sit the exam, and you don't want to um, be stressed out. And so there's a lot of things that you can do to avoid that, right? And the other thing that I would recommend is really be careful when you start the exam, and maybe a little bit before, actually, when I say start the exam. So when the exam is actually released for you to start, there's a portion of some of these exams where you've got to go through and you've got to fill out a an acceptance, or you've got to read some agreements, and be careful because the clock starts ticking sometimes when those are released, and so that counts against your overall time to take the exam. And of course, you want to have as much time as possible to get through all the questions and, have time at the end to review them. And you don't want to burn up time reading um, the agreement or the legal pages of the exam. It's fine if you need to do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but just, be conscious of how much time you spend, because the clock does start there. And you don't want to be surprised and find out that you thought you had 60 or 90 minutes and you spent 10 minutes reading the other pages before the actual exam, and now you run out of time. So that's not good. So yeah, so overall, I know this is a relatively new program, the working from home for PearsonVUE. It's not perfect, but I would say it's definitely better than not having the option. And I think it will get better and better as they, get feedback, and as they continuously improve their platforms and their offering. But so far, like I said, I've taken a number of certification exams through PearsonVUE or PearsonVUE, and so whether that was Amazon or whether that was CompTIA exams, several this year, and have had all really, really good luck, both from the platform and from the proctor standpoint. So yeah, if this was helpful, go ahead and give me a like or subscribe to the channel. If there's something that I didn't cover that you'd like me to, let me know. And as always, thanks for listening. Thanks. Bye.